This particular lesson is about writing equations with angles. So the supplement of an angle, make sure you know supplement means adds up to 180, but the supplement of an angle is the leftover angle. So you would say 180 minus x. Okay, so if your angle is x, the supplement of an angle would be 180 minus that. Okay? Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees, so the complement of an angle is the leftover of an angle. So it would be 90 degrees minus x. Okay? And that would be a case like where you have x as your angle, so the leftover would be 90 degrees minus that. Alright, so whenever you read supplement of an angle, always write 180 minus x, complement of an angle, 90 minus x. Alright, so in this particular problem it says, write and solve an equation. The supplement of an angle, so you'd say 180 minus x. Then the word is another word for equals, like x is 10, x equals 10. And then 20 less than, whenever you have 20 less than, that always comes at the end. It's something minus 20. So 20 less than double its complement. So double, 2 times, its complement would be 90 minus x. So again, you write what you read. The supplement of an angle, 180 minus x, is equals 20 less than something minus 20, and then double times 2, its complement, which is 90 minus x. Okay? Once you've identified the cube math words, and while we're at it, let's look at the second one too. Well, here you should be able to say visually that those are supplementary angles because they're a linear pair. So you could just say that they add up to 180. So you'd say x minus 8 plus 7x minus 122 equals 180. So those are your two equations, how you'd write them. Alright, so let's look at the first one again. Let's write down our equation. The supplement of an angle, so 180 minus x, is equals 20, double its complement, and 20 less than that. So double. So you'll see parentheses, so you should distribute. And then you'll, just from there, you just basically balance. So now, if you'll notice that there's a little problem with this. So when we subtract 180 from both sides, those cancel out, and we're left with negative x equals negative 2x minus 20. Well, we can't technically have minus 20 because then we get a negative answer, which doesn't make sense. So we're just going to change the problem real fast. We'll pretend it was more than 20 more than, so then we'll make that plus 20, and then plus 2x, so x equals 20 degrees. Now again, the problem I made wasn't a very good numbers, because it would have come out negative. So it needed to say 20 more than. Okay. So 20 less than would have come out as something that's impossible. So that would be how you do the first problem. Now the second problem, again, we know that they're a linear pair. They're supplementary, so they add up to 180. So you add them up to 180 degrees. Then you would try to draw your balance and look for like terms. So on the left-hand side, you should see x and positive 7x. Positive x, positive 7x make 8x. You should also see negative 8 and negative 122. When you put negative 8 and negative 122 together, it makes negative 130. Then you add the 130 to both sides. You get 8x equals 310. And then now we can finally solve. So the opposite of times 8 is divide by 8. And so x would be 38.75 degrees. Okay? And then what you would do, after we figure out x, you're going to plug it back into your two expressions. And from there you can double check to make sure that they both add up to 180 degrees. And again, that would just be plugging in the numbers into your calculator and just making sure that everything adds up and checks out. And that's how you write equations dealing with angles.